Last episode, Emma and Alex faced their biggest test when Sophia tried to win him back during the family dinner. But love conquered doubt, and both Emma and Alex finally said the words that changed everything. I love you. Now, with their hearts fully committed, they were about to discover that the best love stories are just beginning when you think they have ended. 3 weeks had passed since the dinner at Alex's family restaurant, and Emma was discovering that being Alex Chen's real girlfriend was even better than she had imagined. They had fallen into an easy rhythm of studying together, sharing meals, and stealing kisses between classes that made Emma's heart flutter every single time. But this morning was different. Emma woke up to the sound of her phone buzzing incessantly on her nightstand. 17 missed calls, 43 text messages, all from Alex. What in the world? Emma muttered groggily, scrolling through message after message. Each one seemed more frantic than the last. The first one had come at 6:23 in the morning. Emma, call me when you wake up. Then at 6:31, something amazing happened. 6:45. Actually, something incredible happened. 7:02. Emma, seriously? You need to call me right now. And finally, at 7:15, I am coming over. I cannot wait another second to tell you this. Emma was still scrolling through the messages when she heard rapid knocking at her door. She threw on her robe and hurried to answer it, finding Alex standing in her hallway with the biggest smile she had ever seen on his face. Alex? What is going on? It is 7:30 in the morning. Emma, Alex said, practically vibrating with excitement. You are looking at the recipient of the Chen Family Scholarship for Academic Excellence. Emma blinked, still half asleep. The what now? It is a scholarship my grandmother established years ago, Alex explained, stepping into her room and closing the door behind him. Every year, she gives it to one student who demonstrates both academic achievement and character. And Emma, this year, she is giving it to you. Emma felt like the floor had dropped out from under her. She is what? $25,000, Alex said, his grin widening. For graduate school. She called me this morning to tell me the news. Alex, that is impossible. I did not even apply for any scholarship. You did not have to, Alex said gently. My grandmother has been quietly watching you since the dinner. She made some calls to your professors, looked at your academic record. Emma, she is incredibly impressed. Emma sank onto her bed, overwhelmed. I do not understand. Why would she do this? Alex sat down beside her, taking her hands in his. Because she sees what I see. Your brilliance, your potential, your incredible heart. And because she loves you almost as much as I do. Emma felt tears spring to her eyes. Alex. There is more, Alex said softly. She wants to offer you a part-time position at the restaurant too, helping with the business side of things while you are in graduate school. She says the family business needs someone with your mathematical mind. She wants to hire me? She wants to welcome you into the family, Alex corrected gently. Emma, I think my grandmother is basically adopting you. Emma laughed through her tears, overwhelmed by the generosity and acceptance. I cannot believe this is real. It is real, Alex said, pulling her into his arms. Emma, this is just the beginning. My grandmother does not do anything halfway. If she has decided you are part of the family, then you are part of the family forever. Forever, Emma repeated softly, the word sending warmth through her entire body. Forever, Alex confirmed, then pulled back to look at her. Speaking of which, there is something else I need to tell you. Emma looked at him, noting the slight nervousness that had crept into his expression. What is it? Alex took a deep breath. I have been doing a lot of thinking lately. About us. About the future. About what I want my life to look like. And I realized that everything I want involves you, Alex said quietly. Every plan I make, every dream I have, you are in all of them. Emma's heart started beating faster. Alex. I know it is early, Alex said quickly. I know we have only been together for a few weeks, and I know this might sound crazy, but Emma, I cannot imagine my life without you in it. What are you saying? Alex reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a small velvet box, and Emma's breath caught in her throat. I am saying that I know we are young, and I know we have school to finish and careers to build. But Emma, he opened the box to reveal a simple, elegant promise ring with a small diamond surrounded by tiny emeralds. I am saying that I want to do all of that with you. I want to build a life with you. Emma stared at the ring, then at Alex's earnest face, her heart pounding so loudly she was sure he could hear it. Alex, are you? I am not proposing, Alex said quickly, though his cheeks were slightly pink. Not yet. This is a promise ring. A promise that when we are ready, when we have finished school and figured out our careers, I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Emma felt like she could not breathe. You want to marry me someday? I want to marry you someday, Alex confirmed softly. I want to wake up next to you every morning. I want to solve calculus problems at our kitchen table and argue about whether pineapple belongs on pizza and raise babies who are half as smart and twice as beautiful as their mother. Alex, Emma whispered, tears streaming down her cheeks. Emma Walsh, Alex said, his voice tender and sure. Will you wear my promise ring? Will you let me love you for the rest of our lives? Emma looked at this incredible man who had somehow seen past her careful walls to the person she really was, who had made her feel brave and beautiful and worthy of love. Yes, she whispered, then louder. Yes, of course, yes. Alex's face lit up with pure joy as he slipped the ring onto her finger. It fit perfectly, like it had been made just for her. I love you, Alex said, cupping her face in his hands. I love you so much it scares me sometimes. I love you too, Emma said, admiring the way the ring caught the morning light. Alex, this is the most beautiful ring I have ever seen. The emeralds match your eyes, Alex said softly. And the diamond. Well, diamonds are forever, like us. Emma kissed him then, pouring all of her love and gratitude and overwhelming happiness into the contact. When they broke apart, both of them were smiling so wide their cheeks hurt. So, Emma said, trying to process everything that had happened in the last 10 minutes, your grandmother is giving me a scholarship and a job, and you just promised to marry me someday. Is this what normal Saturday mornings are like when you are dating Alex Chen? Alex laughed, the sound warm and full of joy. Actually, I have one more surprise. More, Emma said with mock alarm. Alex, I do not think my heart can take any more surprises. This one is small, Alex promised, pulling out his phone. I may have called your parents. Emma's eyes widened. You what? I asked for their permission, Alex said quickly. Not to propose, just to promise myself to you, to let them know how serious I am about you. And what did they say? Alex's smile turned slightly shy. Your father said, and I quote, "It is about time someone recognized how special our Emma is." And your mother cried for 10 minutes and then demanded to know when she gets to meet me properly. Emma felt her heart overflow with love for this man who had thought to include her parents in this moment, who understood how important family was to her. You are incredible, she said softly. I am in love, Alex corrected. It makes you do incredible things. They spent the rest of the morning in Emma's small dorm room, talking about the future they wanted to build together. Alex told her about his dreams of expanding his family's restaurant business, maybe opening locations in other cities. Emma shared her plans for graduate school, her hope of maybe teaching someday. "We could do it together," Alex said, tracing patterns on her hand around the promise ring. "You could handle all the mathematical aspects of the business expansion, and I could handle the operational side." "A real partnership," Emma said, liking the sound of it. "In everything," Alex agreed. "Business, life, love, everything." Around noon, Alex's phone rang. It was his grandmother, wanting to speak with Emma directly. "Mrs. Chen," Emma said nervously into the phone. "Emma, dear," came the warm voice on the other end. "I hope Alex has told you about the scholarship." "Yes, ma'am." "Mrs. Chen, I do not know how to thank you. It is life-changing." "Nonsense," Mrs. Chen said briskly. "You earned it with your hard work and your kind heart." "But Emma, there is something I need to tell you." "What is that?" "Alex may have mentioned that I offered you a job with the family business." "Yes, ma'am." "What he may not have mentioned is that this job comes with a very important responsibility." Emma felt a flutter of nervousness. "What kind of responsibility?" "You will be in charge of keeping my grandson happy," Mrs. Chen said, and Emma could hear the smile in her voice. It is a very serious job, but I believe you are up to the task." Emma laughed, relief flooding through her. "I think I can handle that, Mrs. Chen." "Good. And Emma, welcome to the family." After Emma hung up, she and Alex decided to celebrate with lunch at their favorite coffee shop. As they walked across campus together, Emma could not help but marvel at how much her life had changed in just a few weeks. "Alex," she said as they found their usual table by the window, "can I ask you something?" "Anything." "That first day in the library, when you needed help with calculus, did you really need help, or was that just an excuse to talk to me?" Alex laughed, his cheeks turning slightly pink. "I really needed help. I was genuinely terrible at calculus." But, Alex admitted, "I may have been sitting at that table every Tuesday and Thursday for 3 weeks, hoping you would notice me struggling." Emma's mouth fell open. "Alex Chen, you were stalking me." "I was not stalking you," Alex protested. "I was strategically positioning myself in your line of sight, while genuinely needing mathematical assistance." "That is the most romantic thing I've ever heard," Emma said, laughing. "Really?" "Really," Emma confirmed. "Although it explains why you were so defensive when I offered to help. You were not expecting it to actually work." "I was not expecting you to be so brilliant that you would solve my problem in 30 seconds and make me feel like an idiot," Alex said with a grin. "And I was not expecting you to be so charming that you would ask me to be your fake girlfriend and then make me fall in love with you for real." "Best fake relationship ever," Alex said, reaching across the table to take her hand. "The best," Emma agreed, admiring her promise ring again. As they sat together in their favorite coffee shop, sharing stories and dreams and gentle kisses, Emma thought about how perfect this moment was. Not because everything was dramatic or grand, but because it was theirs. Real and honest and full of love. "Alex," she said softly. What do you think we will be like in 10 years? Alex considered this, his thumb tracing circles on her hand. "I think you will be Dr. Emma Walsh, brilliant mathematician and professor. You will probably have published papers that I will not understand but will be incredibly proud of anyway. And you? I will probably be running a small empire of restaurants with my incredibly smart business partner, who also happens to be my wife," Alex said with a gentle smile. We will have a house with a big kitchen where you can spread out your equations on the table, and maybe a couple of kids who inherited your brains and my devastating good looks." Emma laughed. "Devastating good looks? Hey, you fell for me, did you not?" "I fell for your kindness," Emma corrected, "and your terrible calculus skills." "My terrible calculus skills were just the beginning," Alex said, bringing her hand to his lips to kiss her ring finger. "Everything good in my life started with you helping me with math. Everything good in my life started with you asking me to be your fake girlfriend." "No more fake anything," Alex said firmly. "No more fake anything," Emma agreed. As they left the coffee shop and walked back toward campus, Emma felt a profound sense of contentment settle over her. This was not the end of their story. It was just the beginning. There would be graduate school and career building and all the beautiful, complicated work of building a life together. But right now, walking across campus with Alex's hand in hers and his promise ring on her finger, Emma knew that whatever came next, they would face it together. "Alex?" she said as they reached her dorm. "Yeah?" "I love you, just in case you did not know." Alex stopped walking and turned to face her, his expression soft and wonderful. "I love you too, Emma Walsh. Today, tomorrow, and for all the forevers we are going to have together." He kissed her then, right there in the middle of campus, and Emma felt like she was flying. This was love. Real, honest, forever love. And it was absolutely perfect. 2 years later, Emma adjusted her graduation cap for the 3rd time, trying to calm her nerves as she waited backstage for her name to be called. She was graduating summa cum laude with her bachelor's degree in mathematics, and in the fall, she would be starting graduate school on the Chen Family Scholarship. Emma Walsh. She walked across the stage to accept her diploma, her heart soaring as she heard Alex's voice cheering loudly from the audience. When she looked out into the crowd, she could see him in the 3rd row, standing and applauding with the biggest smile on his face. Next to him sat Mrs. Chen, looking proud and elegant, and Emma's own parents, who had flown in for the ceremony. It was perfect. After the ceremony, Emma found herself swept up in a whirlwind of congratulations and photos. But finally, she made it to Alex. "I am so proud of you," he said, lifting her off her feet and spinning her around. "Dr. Walsh to be?" "Not for a few more years yet," Emma laughed, but she was glowing with happiness. "Does not matter," Alex said, setting her down, but keeping his arms around her. "You are going to change the world, Emma Walsh." "We are going to change the world," Emma corrected, looking down at the promise ring that had become such a natural part of her that she barely noticed it anymore. "Together," Alex agreed, then leaned down to whisper in her ear. "Always together." As Emma stood there surrounded by the people who loved her most, she thought about how grateful she was for that terrible calculus problem that had brought Alex into her life. Who would have thought that a fake relationship could lead to the most real love she had ever imagined? Some equations, Emma thought with a smile, solve themselves perfectly.